Knowing God's promises, the rainbow after the flood. Once upon a time, in the beautiful Blue Mountain Forest, Sammy the curious rabbit and Leo the wise lion were exploring near a sparkling stream. Sammy turned to Leo and asked, "Leo, can you tell me a story about God's promises?"
Absolutely, Sammy. Let me tell you about Noah, the great flood, and the beautiful rainbow that showed God's promise.
I love stories. Please tell me more.
A long time ago, the world was filled with people who were not following God's ways. God decided to send a great flood to cleanse the earth, but there was one man named Noah who loved God and followed his commands.
What did Noah do?
God told Noah to build a big ark, a huge boat, and to gather his family and two of every kind of animal. Noah trusted God and worked hard to build the ark. He gathered lions, rabbits, elephants, birds, and all kinds of creatures.
Even rabbits like me?
Yes, Sammy, even rabbits like you. When the ark was ready, Noah and the animals went inside. Then the rain started. It rained and rained for 40 days and 40 nights. The whole world was covered in water.
That sounds so scary. What happened next?
After the rain stopped, the water began to go down. Noah and the animals waited patiently in the ark. Finally, the ark came to rest on a mountain, and Noah sent out a dove to see if the land was dry. The dove returned with an olive leaf, showing that the land was drying up.
Wow, that's amazing. Did Noah and the animals come out of the ark?
Yes, Sammy, when the land was dry, Noah, his family, and all the animals came out of the ark. Then God made a beautiful rainbow in the sky. He promised Noah that he would never again send a flood to destroy the earth.
A rainbow? That's so beautiful. What did God say?
God said, "I've set my rainbow in the clouds, and it will be the sign of the covenant between me and the earth." The rainbow was a sign of God's promise to always care for his creation.
Leo, can we look for a rainbow and remember God's promises?
Of course, Sammy, let's close our eyes, take a deep breath, and think about God's promises. Let's remember that God always keeps his promises and cares for us.
Sammy the rabbit and Leo the lion continued their walk along the sparkling stream, the story of the rainbow still fresh in their minds. Sammy's curiosity bubbled up again, and he asked, "Leo, are there other promises of God like the rainbow?"
Oh yes, Sammy, God's promises are all around us. Let me tell you about some of them.
Please do. I want to learn more.
Do you remember how I told you that God always cares for his creation? He also promised to be with us, no matter where we go. For example, God told Joshua, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, for I am with you wherever you go." He also promised to be with us, no matter where we go. For example, God told Joshua, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, for I am with you wherever you go."
Wherever, even if I hop to the highest hill or the deepest burrow?
Yes, even there. God's presence is like the warmth of the sun. It reaches everywhere.
So, even when I'm scared, I can trust that God is with me?
Exactly, Sammy, and that's not all. God also promises to provide for us. Just like how he gives the birds their food and clothes the flowers with such beauty, he takes care of you and me.
Like the crunchy carrots and sweet berries I find in the forest?
Yes, Sammy, God provides for all living things, and he promises to give us peace too. Even when we're worried or sad, we can trust him to bring calmness to our hearts, like the stillness of this stream.
That's beautiful, Leo. Are there more promises?
Yes, Sammy. One of the greatest promises is that God's love never ends. No matter what, he loves us deeply. Remember when I told you about the rainbow and God's covenant? That promise of love and care extends to everyone, always.
I like that promise the best. It makes me feel safe.
And one day, God promises to make everything new. He says there will be a time when there's no more pain, tears, or sadness, a perfect world full of joy and peace.
Wow, Leo, God's promises are amazing.
They truly are, Sammy. And the best way to keep remembering them is to look around at the signs of his love. The rainbow, the flowers, the food we eat, and even the kindness we share with each other.
And so, Sammy and Leo ended their day with hearts full of gratitude, ready to share the hope of God's promises with others.
Leo, can we look for more signs of God's promises today?
Of course, Sammy, let's keep our eyes open and our hearts thankful.
Sammy and Leo closed their eyes and sat quietly by the stream. After a few moments, Sammy opened his eyes and whispered, "Leo, I feel happy and hopeful. Is that God's promise?"
Yes, Sammy, God's promises bring us joy and hope. Always remember to trust him.
Thank you, Leo. I'll always remember God's promises like the rainbow after the flood.
And so, Sammy the rabbit and Leo the lion learned the importance of trusting in God's promises just like Noah. They continued to explore the forest, always ready to see the beautiful signs of God's love and care.